I wanted to start by saying it's such an honour to be on a panel because, like, to my left is a man who was, like, my absolute hero when I was growing up. Like, he was sort of my generation. Posters of him all over my wall.
You mean Michael?
Yeah. My Secretary of State for Education. That's my goal.
I'm delighted that I played such a joyous part in contributing to Chloe's future success.
I can't read.
Good evening. Welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm David Tennant. In the news this week, at Buckingham Palace, the King prepares for his weekly meeting with Keir Starmer. In Washington, in the middle of a speech on valuable alliances, Donald Trump spots Emmanuel Macron turning up late. And Derek Hargreaves from Yeovil regrets not taking it easy following his hemorrhoid surgery. On Ian's team tonight, a comedian who can currently be seen on a show called The Way Out, which is all about being stuck in a room and trying to find the quickest way to escape, much like being a member of Keir Starmer's cabinet. Please welcome Chloe Petts. On Paul's team tonight, a leading Conservative politician who was twice the Minister for Levelling Up. Not sure how effective he was, but to be fair, he has overseen the rise of one youngster from a humble Scottish fishing community all the way to the peerage in the House of Lords. Please welcome Baron Michael Gove of Tory. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Paul and Michael,
yes.
Here's yours.
OK, well, that's the World Cup trophy that's been presented to Donald Trump there.
That's Scotland. They're the winners of the World Cup, and they're on their way to the ceremonial camper van. That's Trump's cabinet. And that is a... well, it's a shower, but not golden.
Yes.
Which, of course, the World Cup was.
Yes.
We seem to have found a special subject early, Michael.
Yes, indeed. It's the news that Scotland's campaign for World Cup glory kicks off next week. Who are Scotland up against?
Haiti.
Yes.
Brazil.
Yes.
Morocco.
Well done, Michael, yes.
That applause must be a welcome sound, Michael.
What is it? I've never heard it before.
Scotland's game against Brazil is in Miami. Local stores are preparing for the Tartan Army by stocking up on beer, snacks and Factor 1000 sun cream. Both England and Scotland have qualified. It's now been 60 years of hurt. Chloe, is this finally the year football comes home?
Well, it came home for the women, lest we forget.
Yes.
I think it could be coming home, but Trump will probably stop it at the borders if we're honest. But I'm kind of excited to see you guys. Like, I just am enthralled with Scott McTominay because his name sounds like J.K. Rowling trying to name that one Scottish kid at Hogwarts. He sounds like salt of the earth Scottish, and he doesn't look like a Scot. Like, he looks like too well put together. And I think...
You, touring Scotland at all?
Not anymore, that I would say.
I just can't wait for the whole thing.
Give us your analysis, Ian.
It's going to start and then it will finish.
Yes. What treat did England captain Harry Kane get just before the
Waxwork.
Yes.
Yeah, he was very surprised.
It's in Madame Tussauds. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, look at that.
Which one is it?
I don't think he went to Madame Tussauds wearing the England shirt, so...
It does look a lot like a Harry Kane, which is more than can be said for these waxworks of David and Victoria Beckham.
Oh.
Any guesses who these three are?
Is that Paul Gascoigne in the middle?
Yes?
Is that Glenn Hoddle on the left?
It's not Glenn Hoddle, no.
Brian Robson?
No.
Anwar Sadat?
I mean...
Gary Lineker.
Yes, it's Gary Lineker, well done. What item has been unveiled that hopes to bring England and Scotland fans together at the World Cup?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's a half Scotland, half England shirt.
That's exactly it.
Which neither country will buy. Fans won't want to have a Scotland emblem, and Scotland certainly won't want an England emblem, so nobody's going to buy it.
You can get them in Iceland. Let's have a look. There you go. Oh, it's not getting a good response in the studio, is it?
I didn't realise Iceland were playing.
Formerly the Republic of Bijam. These three people are clearly thinking, if I shut my eyes, I'm not being photographed.
I think on the left is Gary Lineker.
Who is Scotland's biggest supporter?
Rod Stewart.
Yes, well, it's another singer.
Susan Boyle.
That's it. Do you know why?
Yes, because she's done this Iron Brew advert where she break dances in front of a bridge.
We got to have a look at this.
Take it to the next level.
I think it's sensational.
I think it's sensible.
Unironically, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's Scotland's answer to Vindaloo, certainly. And Vindaloo is personally my favourite ever football song. I think it should be England's national anthem. It's catchy, and it's sang by a man called Fat Les, which is actually how I personally identify.
While we're on the subject, does anyone remember...
Subject of what?
Football. Scottish World Cup song.
Sorry,
Scottish World Cup song,
Yeah.
great.
While we're on the subject, anyone remember the Scottish anthem from the 1978 World Cup in Argentina?
Oh. We're on the march with Ali's army.
Yeah.
We're going to the Argentine.
Yeah.
It'll really shake them up.
Do you
We
remember-
win the World Cup because Scotland are the greatest football team.
Oh, God, well done.
Do you know, I preferred you talking about levelling up.
Solid knowledge, though. Solid knowledge.
Can I just say at this point that I've always liked experts.
I think...
Well, England, they don't seem to have a World Cup anthem this year, apparently. Would anyone like to suggest one?
I had thought that it was going to be a reworked version of the Beatles' Come Together.
Oh, Help.
Don't they still sing the one about the shirt?
3 lines on the show.
That's the one.
I think I've been brought onto this show today to translate football to you and act as your bouncer in case you go for Michael Gove.
Meanwhile, how did one football fan get in trouble with police after the Champions League final last Saturday? French fan.
England fans put flares up their butts. Did he put a baguette up there?
I mean, you're in the right ballpark.
Unfortunate.
What?
And Eclair.
It was a large garlic sausage.
Oh.
Following riots in Paris after PSG's victory, a French fan has been sentenced to 4 months house arrest for hitting a police officer with a large garlic sausage. The fan pleaded, "I didn't intend to throw it at him, I just wanted to get rid of it."
Is he here? Is he here?
It is amazing what RADA could do these days.
The judge was having none of it. "You may be trembling now, but your hand didn't tremble when you threw that sausage at the policeman." Huh?
think we know who's starring in the remake of The Pink Panther now.
Thank you very much. As the last show of the series, I've got a game for you. It's called the Funny Name Quiz.
OK.
Fingers on buzzers. Here's your first one. What is the name of a former Tory councillor for the Solihull Metropolitan Borough Council?
Is it Derek Pothole?
Yes.
I don't have anything. I just wanted us to respect the buzzer system.
Thank you.
It's because I had a very punitive education.
His glorious name is Bob Slay.
The trouble about this quiz is there's no chance of us getting any of it right.
Yes, this is the World Cup. And England manager Thomas Tuchel has named his team to win the tournament. Spain. Ticket prices for the World Cup matches have been quoted as high as £12,000. If you want to see Scotland's opening game, however, Peter Murrell has got 4 executive tickets. He can't use them anymore. Ian and Chloe, here's yours.
That's Peter Mandelson with a red box, perhaps a suitcase, heading towards incarceration. I don't know. The candidate for the by-election, text, screens, Andy Burnham.
A turbulent week in politics, I think we can agree.
A turbulent week. I think what we've seen is a large number of members of the cabinet stabbing each other in the back in the hope of becoming leader. Michael.
This is an unprecedented departure from the high standards that have been set by previous governments.
Yes. I mean, how does it feel? You're in cabinet, you're being polite, you're pretending to support them, then you go out, you stab them in the back. How do you feel?
Well, it obviously depends on whose back you're stabbing. In some cases, it's a solemn duty.
Yeah.
In other cases, it's a positive pleasure.
Right. Yeah.
This is amazing.
You tried to be leader a couple of times, didn't you?
Twice.
Twice. How did that go?
I came third both times, which is an unmemorable double humiliation.
You did stop Boris being leader once.
I did, yes, but as we all, I think, subsequently know, that was only a temporary alleviation.
Yeah, but it was your one good deed in this life. But Mandelson, people say, it's extraordinary how he survived, but, you were sacked and then dismissed, and then you always came back. They're cockroaches, I know, who were in awe of your ability. And I preferred Cameron's definition. He said you had one overriding quality. Have I got this right? Which was disloyalty.
I think I have many other good qualities as well.
Yeah. I can't think of any, but that's a good one.
Perfidy, treachery.
Yeah. Why is Mandelson in such trouble?
What dropped on Monday? What did we have on Monday?
More files, more
files.
WhatsApp groups.
Exactly. The Mandelson files were heralded as a big bombshell of shit that was going to fall on the government. It was a bit of a damp squib, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a damp squib. There was nothing terribly shocking. The fact that all these members of the cabinet had been bitchy about each other behind their backs and had been plotting. But there was one big shock, which was Pat McFadden. Because he said something sensible.
Yes.
About weighing up benefits and taxes.
Work and Pensions Secretary Pat McFadden said Labour MPs are only interested in one question. Who can we tax to pay benefits to others? It's a good question. Who can we tax to pay benefits to others?
Yeah.
I think magazine editors, probably.
Well.
I'll get him.
Both of us.
Amazon?
Yeah.
Well, that would be good.
In amongst the Mandelson WhatsApps and emails, what did we learn about the government's attitude to mobile phone technology?
Well, Keir Starmer uses an app which makes you disappear.
That's right.
You disappear.
Your previous correspondence disappears. But it means he hasn't got anything incriminating, which is really useful because it means he doesn't then have to get his phone stolen by anyone.
He's got a disappearing WhatsApp message function.
Yes, that's what
on
it's
his
called.
mobile phone. It is permitted by ministerial guidelines as long as it doesn't affect record keeping.
In the old days, you used to get into trouble with emails, though, didn't you, Michael?
Never.
When you were in the Department of Education, there was a bit of a problem about you handing them over, wasn't there?
Oh, no, I was always very happy to hand them over.
You just couldn't find them.
Some of them went missing, yes.
Just to say, nothing changes.
We saw Reform candidate Robert Kenyon there.
Yes.
Did you see his interview with the BBC?
Yes.
Yeah?
He had to say, "I've not made sexual remarks about Carol Vorderman." Which I think is like if you put Bill Clinton's "I did not have sexual relations with that woman" through AI and said, "Make it British."
He was asked if he'd said that Brexit was an economically damaged project promoted by politicians who peddled the nationalistic pish. He replied, "I've got no recollection of saying that. I'm not sure what nationalistic pish means."
He really is in the wrong party.
Nick Clegg claimed that the late Queen had expressed support of Brexit at a private lunch. Who told him that, Michael?
I wouldn't know.
It was claimed it was you, though.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't know that it was you, or you wouldn't know that it wasn't you?
I wouldn't know.
This is amazing. You know so much until you don't know anything.
Wow.
Wow.
Kenyon told the BBC, once you're being paid by the public purse to represent them, you've got a duty to behave in a certain way. Does Nigel Farage know about that? Has he been behaving in a certain way?
No, he's been trying to exploit a tragedy for his own personal political gain, which is rather nauseating. He's been rightly criticised by nearly everybody. He did exactly what the family asked everyone not to do, was to turn this into a divisive issue.
Yes, his comments following the trial over the murder of Henry Novak about pure cold rage and anticipating more trouble in the streets were condemned by all sides of the House.
His defenders said that he should not be held responsible for what happened because he'd specifically called for cold rage, not hot rage.
Yes.
Obviously, if it had been gently warm rage...
Or even far rage.
That might have been...
Elon Musk's nice, isn't he?
Isn't that an aftershave?
Yes, the by-election is still going on in Makerfield. Andy Burnham is apparently going to produce his own beer mats. Anyone know what it says on them?
Change Labour?
Yes.
Something like that?
Change Labour, keep the faith. But it's a design clearly nicked from this old Northern Soul badge from the 70s. Who wants to see some Northern Soul dancing from the 70s?
From you, David?
Not yet. It's not as good as this, though.
I know what's coming.
Nice moves, Michael.
That's real Northern Soul. That was Aberdeen, not Wigan Casinos.
Proper North, yeah.
Proper North.
Yeah. Does Strictly beckon?
I suspect that actually probably sectioning beckons rather than...
If only you'd said that years ago.
Yes, this is the latest release of Mandelson Papers, also known as the paedophiles. That was his mate. But before we go any further, I should say we need to be careful how many times we say Mandelson, because if you say his name 3 times in a row, it does summon him. The latest release of communications with Mandelson has cost £1 million of taxpayers' money. Half of that on Tipex. On to round two, the swirl of news. Fingers on buzzers, teams. Here's your first one.
Donald Trump's going to have to remove his name from the John F. Kennedy Memorial Centre. The judge has ordered that.
Why was it ruled illegal?
Well, it's meant to be a memorial centre for John F. Kennedy.
It's meant to go through Congress.
It was meant to go through Congress, exactly.
But so's everything else.
Yes.
Including the war. But he doesn't need Parliament.
Well, it was just voted through by the Centre's Board of Trustees. Chairman of that board being...
Donald Trump.
There you go, yes. But he's not giving up on his legacy that easily.
No, because he's got plans for the
What are the plans?
250th.
He's going to change his name to John F. Kennedy.
And he wants his face on the $250 banknote.
Yeah, which the Constitution, I think, specifically says you are not allowed to have a living person on the banknote.
Well, he keeps boasting that he's had now 4 cognitive tests without ever sort of questioning why they keep giving him the test.
You've interviewed him, haven't you, Michael?
Wow. I have, yes, in 2017.
Yeah?
It was quite a sympathetic interview, wasn't it?
I prefer to think of it as balanced.
Yeah. Sycophantic drivel was the phrase I was looking for.
How are the peace talks with Iran going?
It's difficult to tell, for you can't really hear them because through the constant bombing.
He had a conversation which got leaked with Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yes, he did, yes.
And it was a strange case of, again, someone finding out very, very late what they're dealing with.
You're Jewish?
He said, you're crazy. He said, you're effing crazy.
Who said that? Trump?
Yeah. And he said, I'm saving your ass. And he was trying to get Netanyahu to stop bombing people in Lebanon.
Yes, apparently, according to US news website Axios, the call descended into abuse. What the fuck are you doing? You're fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. Everybody hates you now.
And that's Trump looking in a mirror.
And meanwhile, over at RFK Jr.'s health department, the US response to the hantavirus crisis is being handled by Dr. Brian Christine. There he is. Anyone know what his specialism is?
Raising the undead.
Well, funny you should say that. He's a penile implant specialist.
I thought I recognised him.
I was going to say, can you give me his number?
He hosted a YouTube show called Erection Connection.
Has the series been extended?
Having a penile implant specialist leading the hantavirus response is ridiculous. A bit like allowing an office interior design firm to supply PPE during the pandemic. Michael? Any comment on that?
I think that as one looks back, the blessed sponge of amnesia wipes the slate of memory clean.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really forgotten, though, Michael. You're in the House of Lords now, sitting alongside other luminaries like Baroness Moan. That's the reaction I was looking for.
No, they're just pronouncing her name.
Yes, this is another week in the life of Donald Trump. Several acts have now dropped out of the White House concert to celebrate 250 years of US independence. According to one source, Milli Vanilli will not be singing. No change there, then. As more acts dropped out of the concert, Donald Trump suggested he might headline the event himself, saying, "I get much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime." There is one key difference, of course, between them. In his prime, Elvis did sign up for the US Army. Fingers on buzzers, team. Here's your next news swirl.
They're going to put a selection of wild animals, birds and other creatures onto banknotes.
That's exactly right, yeah. 18 British animals have been shortlisted to appear on new banknotes.
And the public gets to vote.
The public gets to vote. A variety of animals, such as a dragonfly, a hedgehog, or even this, a basking shark. Voting is now open, as you say, until the 3rd of July.
I bet you they give it to Sharky McSharkface.
So what didn't make the shortlist?
Beaver.
Fox.
Badger. It's a badger.
Badger.
Which will be a huge relief for one man.
Winston Churchill helped save our country and the whole of Europe from fascism. He deserves better than being replaced by a badger.
This is the shortlist of animals to replace British heroes on our banknotes. Many people have been left asking what animals will be on a banknote, except for Gen Z, who've been left asking, what's a banknote? One suggestion for the £50 note is the puffin. Although for the city boys, a £50 note's less about puffing, more about snorting, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Time now for the missing words round. We start with spending too much time. What makes you miserable?
Spending too much time in a Boris Johnson government.
Spending too much time with your work colleagues makes you miserable.
I can identify with that.
According to Personnel Today, too much time with colleagues lowers performance. Tell that to the cast of Rivals. Next. Residents of Basingstoke warned what?
That they are residents of Basingstoke.
You're next, says Godzilla.
Warned of a nasty smell in the Farley Wallop area. And finally, former Tory Chief Whip sad to announce what?
That he is on Have I Got News for You in a desperate effort to try to make ends meet.
It is actually Death of a Tarantula. Oh. Yes, this is Gavin Williamson's pet tarantula. In a moving funeral, the body was covered with a pint glass, slipped onto a bit of card and thrown out of the nearest window.
The same thing happened to Liz Truss, didn't it?
So, the final scores are... Ian and Chloe have 3, Paul and Michael have 5!
Unbelievable.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Chloe Petts, Paul Merton and Michael Gove, and I leave you with news that in Washington, there's an awkward moment for Marco Rubio as his tie gets caught in a desk drawer. At Buckingham Palace, King Charles can barely hide his excitement at meeting the President of Nigeria. And in Kensington, there's evidence that Michael Gove has bought and trained a new pet. Good night.
The retired TV detective and his real-life younger partner. An unlikely crime-solving duo, Death Valley, starring Timothy Spall, is on iPlayer, where you'll also find a friends reunion that turns into a reckoning, hidden desires and tensions, 2 weeks in August.